Well, I got it. No, please, no, 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 no. Guys, I'm an idiot, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, back on the 2005 Dodge Durango. I think I made a video on this before. Haven't I? I'm sure I have. Anyway, I'm back on it. Done a lot of work to this thing. It's got over 200,000 miles on it. We replaced the torque converter a few years back, about 5 years ago, on the way to work. No, on the way home. It going uphill, and I just heard a clunk, and then the engine RPM just goes up, and it died. So my son and I put a new torque converter in it. It's worked good. It still runs pretty decently, but there's two problems. One, the four-wheel drive is stuck on. The light is on, so pretty sure it needs a four-wheel drive shift solenoid. That's my next video. This video, I also have a check engine light, and the check engine light is for the transmission. I'm sorry, yeah, we just have a light. The transmission solenoid shift pack has a problem. It still runs pretty good. I did drop my son off at Oceana a few months ago when he was at his school there, and as I was leaving, I got to the stoplight, and the transmission just made a big clunk, and he got stuck in second gear. I thought I was stuck 5 hours from home. Thought I was gonna have to get a trailer or U-Haul or something to figure out a way back, but turned it off. Turned the power all the way off. I have a battery disconnect switch on this, and then restarted it, and it worked. It came back in and worked fine. Drove home. It is an all-wheel drive, so the four-wheel drive doesn't really affect it that much, and I don't think there's a slight possibility that the shift solenoid has wiring that affects that shift solenoid, the four-wheel drive solenoid, but or servo, whatever it is. But that's what we got going today. We're gonna do this is a 54FE. I'll put it in the description or something. But yeah, this is a 2005 Dodge Durango with the 5.7 Hemi, and the transmission shift solenoid is what we're gonna do today. So let me show you what I'm gonna start with here. So first thing I'm gonna do is drain it, and I'm gonna drain it with this nifty little pump I bought off Amazon some years ago. Well, I shouldn't say the first thing I'm gonna do. The first thing I did, not counting going to O'Reilly's twice, buying some ATF plus 4 because that's what these Dodges take, and then going back because I forgot the filter and gasket set. But this is the shift solenoid. It actually tells you to soak it in ATF. So it's been soaking actually for an hour and a half because of the multiple trips I had to make to O'Reilly. But yeah, this is an oil pan. I wish I had a transmission. So there's a transmission fluid, the gallon there. But I wiped it out, sprayed it out with brake cleaner, wiped it out again. So it's clean. There's no residual oil in there, just trans fluid. So I didn't want to go any higher than this O-ring and get any transmission fluid on the plug there. But yeah, it is soaking, so it can get saturated with trans fluid, so it doesn't have to like prime itself or have dry components when you go to start up. So that's what that's doing. All right, I'm all set up to pump, and this is my extremely simple setup. Like I said, this little pump here, I got off Amazon. It's very simple to use. I want to run these. You just plug the leads into your battery, black to black, red to red, pretty simple, negative positive. This has a long plastic tube, and this small plastic tube just goes right down into your transmission fill tube, dipstick tube, until it stops. So that's all the way down, and then you simply, obviously it's got a longer tube for the outbound fluid. I've got it here into this oil waste jug, and then I just hit the button. I just hit the button. Nah, No. Wow, well, that's hot. That is hot. Yeah. Let me see what's going on with this thing. Maybe it's not gonna work. Ah, darn you. All right. Well, immediately sidetracked by my pump, my very low quality pump. This little rotary vane here is just completely corroded. So let me see if I can't free that up and get her working again. All right, well, this wouldn't be an appropriate Major Dad's Garage episode without facing a little adversity right off the bat. Well, right off the bat is not a good sign for the rest of this project. But, yeah, I cleaned it up. This thing was covered in some type of white, powdery, flaky gunk, almost like battery acid corrosive. But I don't know where that came from. I thought transmission fluid was the last thing I used in this. But, yeah, just kind of pried this. If I can set it up in any way, it's stupid wires make it want to. Yeah, I just took my little pick here and pried it out, and then these little veins. Let's see if we got better lighting here. These little veins that come out. Those came out pretty easy, and then just used some emery cloth, sprayed it with a little carb cleaner, and then emery clothed it up. And yeah, we should be good to go. I'll put some. I'm going to put some PB Blaster lubricant in there, run it a little bit, and then put it all back together, and then hopefully start this project. Alright guys, there it goes. It does take a minute to get the fluid up through that inlet hose, but yeah, it's running now. I did have to give it a good whack to get it primed after I fixed it, but yeah, she's running. Quick repair, and I'll just run this out until I'm getting no fluid. This isn't a fast pump, so if you are looking for a pump and you see this generic oil extraction pump model SO002 from, I bought this like 3 or 4 years ago from on Amazon. I don't know what manufacturer it's from, but it's slow. It works, but it's slow. So if you're looking for a faster pump, this is not the one. If you're looking for a cheap pump, you may have to repair, but you don't want to drop the cash, this is the one. All right, when this is finished, I'm just going to jack it up, put a couple jack stands under, then I'll bring you underneath as I pull the pan bolts, and then drop the pan, drop the valve body, and then swap out this solenoid. Got the supported there, a couple jack stands, just to be safe. And then I think I could pretty much get under this without jack stands. But yeah, here's the pan. This is the flat bottom step pan. So hopefully I've got the right. I think I'm pretty sure I got the right filter, because there's also a round indentation that pops down from some of these. The Ram I used to have had that. So same transmission, just a different pan, different setup here for the filter. So yeah, this thing's still pretty clean under here. A little bit of a leak from the last time, I guess. Maybe I just need to check on that. Make sure I torque these bolts down on the way back in. But yeah, I'm going to take the pan bolts off. So all these bolts around the pan are going to come off. They're all 8mm. So once that's done, we'll see what we got inside. Or when I take these off, what I will do is leave one of these two back here. This is the front of the transmission. I'm going to leave one of those, or probably maybe both, so that I can lower it and then leave one on the front. Oh, back, sorry. Leave two here, a little tighter, just hand tight, but hand tightened all the way up. And then as I lower here, I'll loosen these so that the back can actually drain out. But yeah, these, let me go all the way under here so I can see these. Come on, man. Where are you? All right. I'll go to the other side because I can't see this side. I got that. I thought I had that that tube down as far as I could, but oh, come on. You know, of course, the only way to do this is to get fluid completely down your arm. And the only way to take that bolt out is to, I have no room for the last bolt. That bolt. You just can't. How? How now, brown cow? Why is it gotta be so difficult? It's not difficult. It's just messy. No! Don't use my hand as a freaking... Oh. Come on. Of course. Of course you would. No. Why? How? How is it even doing that? How's it coming down my arm? It's not even practical. Is it in my hair or is that sweat? I can't tell. I'm glad I bought a box of towels. I'm gonna use them all. So much money wasted on towels. Cleaning up transmission fluid all over your arm. Oh, my Apple Watch. Hopefully that enjoys. God dog it. Oh, my Apple Watch is covered in transmission fluid. In my pan. Why? How? What in the ever-loving what did I do to you? Freaking transmission fluid. What did I do to you? Why? Why are you coming down the frame rail and dripping over here? What is your problem? Why are you dripping there and here and there? How? And it still is just gonna pour and pour. Alright, well I just put this sacrificial piece of cardboard down because I need to pull this out of here and I need more room, and I hate doing these because the fluid just goes everywhere. Why, oh why, after this many years, can they not learn to put a drain plug in your transmission pan? Come on. Alright, well in a second here we'll get up under there, pull the filters out, and then we'll walk through pulling that valve. Oh, as for the health of this transmission, yeah, it's pretty clean here. I only got a little tiny bit of very fine shavings off of the magnet there. So yeah, I think it's in pretty good shape, given its age. Fluid is super clean. I think I didn't flush this that long ago, and also the with the torque converter we did a few years ago, this thing's had some good service on it. So yeah, looking good. I'll move on to the next step. Alright guys, while I'm under here and I'm screaming and yelling for no reason, just the fluid dripping everywhere is such a, it's one of the reasons, you know, people probably don't ever want to do these in their own house. But also there's a thunderstorm not far off. It's kicked up the wind, my rags are flying everywhere. So I think this is a T25. Let me see if it, I pull this bolt, so pull this bolt down as, you know, the fluid continues to drip all over my arm. And yep. So I'll pull the filter out here. Find more rags and more rags. I think I'm going to take my watch off. Take out the filter, and the filter's probably going to drip and dribble for no reason. But you know, it's not like this stuff could ever drain anyway, any reasonable way. All right. So one thing here is this. Come on, how is there still that much fluid in there? Are you serious? Everywhere, everywhere. Fluid is everywhere. Yay. Hello, kids. Let's watch the fluid stay everywhere. Okay. Yeah, but the end of the... When you take that filter off, just remember there is a pressed-in seal. If it's still good in good shape, I'm just going to leave the old one because why the heck not? But it is up there. And now, I think I'm going to take that filter out last. I should just leave it because I've done it before. But you know, I'm going to take the filter out. And it's probably going to pour fluid for no reason. Because it's storing fluid everywhere. Dripping it all over my arm. Yes, that's where I love it, on my arm. Yes, right there. Yes, somewhere else. Yes. This is probably going to unlock some vacuum seal, and then it's still going to start pouring out for no reason. How long are these threads? Yeah, there it goes. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Oh, come on. Missed the side again. I heard there's a lot of detergent in transmission fluid, so I should be clean after this, right? No. Alright, guys. Next up is this. Let's see if you can see it here. Yeah. This is the valve body. And this valve body has bolts in it, right? Yeah, there's a lot of bolts in it. So I think the 8mm bolts are the ones that we need to take out. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 8mm bolts. So I'm going to take those out. Obviously leave it hanging loosely again so that I can pull it without pulling it or without it dropping. These bolts are just going to be a pain in the rear end as they come out slowly and fall to the ground because there's no good way to pull them out. So yeah, I'm going to cover my tool with oil. Just fall. You know, just how is there no better way? No better way for you to come out. Why? Why do you gotta fall like that? And I don't even know where that other one went. It's in my... Where did it go? That's 3. 2 to go. I'm gonna get to lower this down slowly. In this most awkward position ever. Oh, I missed one. Of course I missed one. It's like 6 bolts, is it? Not 5. Ha! Every time you do something, more and more and more and more fluid just pours out of this for no reason. I mean, there's a reason, but the reasons are not good. Oh, no. 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 No, please, no. 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 Guys, I'm an idiot, guys. Why? Why does this have to happen to me? Because I'm an idiot. Alright, the outlet, the plug is up there, guys, and I need to move that white lever and then push it up. So I don't think I can get, as you can see, we could barely see it, but I'm going to unplug it. I got it off. I'm just going to say, if I ever meet the Dodge engineer who decided that the red clips were going to be their little calling card, I would melt them down into a cookie and, you know, we'll let you use your imagination on what I would do after that, because it's inappropriate for, you know, something. Oh, this is just spraying me with. Come on. How are you just still pouring fluid out? Well, I got it. it fell and it went over to the other side of the car, but I got it, and it's heavy, and it's hopefully not broken. How? Where are you coming from? Alright, I don't know how much of my frustration I'm going to put in this video, but there's going to be some of it because I cannot. This is not a hard job, but this fluid makes it so annoying. Just so, it's everywhere. It keeps getting everywhere. Even if you had a hoist I think that would be, I'd have a hoist and I had one of those big square pans and one of the big square pans and one of those roll around oil carts, it would probably be better. But without that, doing it on the ground, trying to capture and contain all this and that, and then even have room to get your hand up there it's impossible. So, well, I haven't screamed and yelled and cursed at a project this easy in a long time, and I think I've already expressed this, but I just went and took a break, cooled down, literally and figuratively, and it's just this. It's still pouring. It's still pouring fluid. I decided I wanted to put this up here on this table and work on this up here, but as I picked it up, it just poured a line of fluid, of transmission fluid across the floor, all the way over. So I'm going to do it right here, and yeah, I'm just going to use my the impact to pull these off with a 25 T25, and it just, the T25 almost feels slightly loose, but the T27 won't fit. So it's definitely a T25. But the best way, I think there's what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there's 15 bolts on this. It's not going to be too hard to take it off, but so there's this little arrow here. That's the top, and the easiest way is to look at this arrow. That's the middle, and there's two more, and if you just go straight down, especially from this corner one, every bolt inside of that little box, again, this arrow, the next one over, and then straight down, every single one inside of that box is one of the 15 that go to this. So yeah, should be not too difficult to take this off. So I will go ahead and set the camera up and do that. And I've got the pan here to help me out. As soon as I did that, that's it. Out. Alright, let's put this thing back together while it pours and dribbles, and yeah. There's a D10 here. You've got to line it up. That's not too hard. Alright, that's it. I'm going to tighten these down, torque them down, and then I will bring you back in as I put it up inside the car. Hopefully I can do that by myself. This is kind of heavy, actually. Alright guys, back to it here, I guess. What gets me is how, especially here, this thing is just still dripping. I don't understand this spot. I just don't. But, you know what, while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and scrape the gasket while I can much more easily get to the whole thing. Bolts, please, bolts. Oh, are you seriously? Cover my hand in fluid and not allow me to attach this very well. Yes, you are. So I'll switch over to a rag. All right. All right, guys. I think I've walked you through everything important. And all my screaming and yelling has not helped. But all I have to do is clean the pan, put a little silicone on it so that the new seal pops up in there, and then bolt it back on. That's it. So that's all I'm going to do. All right, guys. Hopefully I made that look easy. Yeah. No. In all honesty, it's not that hard of a job. The steps and what you have to do is pretty simple. But when that transmission fluid just continues to pour all over you, all over the ground, and you don't want it to do that, you got to fight it. And that just made every step of this job a real pain. What I didn't show as I put that filter gasket pan back up on there, the rubber gasket, I just put a real light coat of silicone or of RTV, and then you want to take the bolts and put them in the pan through the rubber gasket before you even lift it into place. That'll hold it in place and also just make it so much easier. So that's the trick to that. So that one didn't go hard, difficult at all. But yeah, really made me mad every turn, and it was truly just the fluid just everywhere, and how awkward it was to work down there. So yeah, I just got to fill it up and go drive it. But first, I'm going to move on to my next project, which would be another video for the transmission shift solenoid. So thanks for watching. Just know that if you watch anyone else doing this, I think there's a couple of videos of this transmission, or very similar transmission to this one, and they make it look, they're not as mad as me. Obviously, if they're doing it on a bench or they've got a shop, it would be easier on a hoist. But I don't have a hoist. I don't have one of those. I've worked in a shop. I've had the large oil drain, roll around tanks, and the big tray on top that helped capture all the fluids. That would have made it so much easier, so much faster, less stress, because that pan would have stayed under it the whole time, and I could reach over the pan and do it. But under the car, much different story. You can't keep that big drip pan and reach over it at the same time, not put your arm in it, your head in it. I'll probably have transmission fluid in my hair. But on the dowel pins, I think they were in that. I'll watch this video back, and I'm sure I'll see them if I recorded that part close enough. But I was so frustrated. But they're just alignment pins, so even if they weren't there, it lined up really well, really easily, and I think it's just fine without them. So I'm not going to stress over those unless I go drive it and it's being stupid, but I think it'll be fine. So yeah, that's it. Like and subscribe. Thanks for suffering along with me, and now I'm going to suffer more in this heat and move on to the next project. Thanks, guys. Oh my goodness, this is so stupid. Only because the transmission fluid is leaking everywhere. And every time I do take something else out, more comes and more comes. It's just non-stop. This little thing didn't drain much out. It's pouring over there.
Where do you go into the transmission to get that piece out?
Well, I'm almost there, except I freaking forgot to take the plug off. And the plug's got to come off, and the plug is half hidden. Oh, so I'm so freaking mad. Mostly because of this fluid. If it wasn't just pouring everywhere, covering everything, and then the wind keeps blowing my rags off the freaking thing. I can't even get to it because of the stupid. Now it's gonna drip all over me. Like it's dripping everywhere, and I have to get under here because I can't even see the stupid plug because the plug is like hidden by everything.